This is Kestrel from inkmethis with a demonstration on how to use the inkmethis envelope ruler. So I do prefer to use a light pad whenever possible, but sometimes you just can't. For example, if your envelope is very dark, or perhaps it has a liner on the inside that doesn't allow the light to come through from your light pad. Or maybe you haven't invested in a light pad quite yet. So let me show you. With this ruler, I can easily create my grid lines for both my horizontal guides as well as my slant guides. So here's an envelope that I have already completed, and I simply need to erase the guidelines still. So the ruler at the top has a standard 1-inch ruler. Then for creating your grids, it has 4mm, 5mm, and 6.5mm X height rulers. The 4 and 5mm X height rulers are at a 3:3 ratio, meaning that your ascenders and descenders are 1.5 times the height of the body of your letters, while the 6.5mm X height ruler is at a 1:1:1 ratio. So all three components are equal size. Then the ruler has guide for marking the center point of an A2, A6, A7, or A9 envelope, any other size envelope, and you can use the top ruler, as well as 52 and 55-degree slant lines. So let me show you how to use this. First, select which size X height you would like to use. That can be based on your style of lettering, preference, length of the names and address, envelope size, and how much room you need to leave for stamps. So it's totally up to you. Those are the things that I would take into consideration when choosing. So for this envelope, I think I'm going to use the 5mm X height. Still is going to leave me plenty of room for stamps at the top. I'm just going to place the guide at the bottom of my envelope straight, and I'm going to select coordinating rulers from both sides, and each place that there's a tick mark on the ruler, I'm going to make a very light tick mark on my envelope. Don't apply pressure when making the mark because you don't want to indent the paper, creating a permanent mark in it. It's best to use a soft lead pencil and a gentle touch. After you create marks on both sides, then you can connect the dots. So I will speed up the video for this part. Okay, I have made my horizontal lines for 5mm X height. Now I need to add my center line as well as my angle guides. So for this envelope, it is a A7 envelope. I'm going to always line up the left edge, it reminds you of that on the ruler, and then I'm going to select A7 for the center. This small mark there, small mark at the A7 on the bottom. Connect those dots, and now I have my center point to help me visually center the text. For the slant, I want to choose the 55-degree angle guide for my writing, and I just need to do one and then extend it with the edge of the ruler. Now I can use any straight line on my ruler to create a couple more slant guides at that 55-degree angle. So in a matter of a couple of minutes, even with talking, I have created a lined envelope at 5 millimeter X height 3:3 ratio, ready for calligraphy. Once I finish and allow extra time for drying to take no risks, I would use a kneaded eraser to remove the pencil marks. So with a kneaded eraser, I always start first by rolling and patting the paper with the eraser. I don't want to rub too hard and create a texture difference or remove fibers. Let's see how it's erasing just from kind of pressing. There you go. I hope that this comes in handy for you. I would love to see what you do with it. Please share and enjoy. Thank you so much.